Hello, today this is part one of three where I go Fish Creek and back. So we're going from the northwest, starting the journey at the Jaipur Bridge, Bow River Pathway. And here we are on the River Walk. Now, the River Walk has just been completed this last summer. They were constructing it, they've been constructing it for quite a while. It looks like they've got some other projects starting here. But the pathway is beautiful, and the nice thing about it is it's segregated. All the bikes are on one side, and pedestrians and others on the other side. So there's not as much congestion. There is a few people that get on the wrong path and go too slow and cross it over and not paying attention. So you still have to pay attention, but watch what you're doing, that kind of thing. River walk, like I said, is beautiful. The pathway is superb. It's done very, very well. I would suggest if you are biking and you want to go through here, say between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. on a weekday, reschedule, because that at that time we have all the office workers walking back and forth, and it's horrendous. There's all sorts of people there, and they're not paying attention, and some of them will get on the bike path. It just turns into it's not very much fun. Anyhow, you might notice that the video seems to be going fairly quickly, and you would be right, because I've doubled the speed on this just to keep the time a little bit shorter, keep it under 30 minutes. Go along here, you got bike rentals, you got some restaurants, the nicest place to get a snack. This spot right beside us there tells you what's going on in the Riverwalk on the east side, East Village. And the East Village is very close. So we're just going by the confluence. The confluence is the joining of the Elbow and the Bow River. It's a wide open area that they use for festivals and music concerts and other events. And it's quite busy. And so if you ever hear the confluence, that's where it is. The Elbow River Traverse. And all summer, the Bow River pathway from here all the way to, I'm not sure the exact address. They've been digging it up. This end here, they've got a great big crane across the pathway. They're putting in, I believe they're doing a sewer upgrade or something like that. And as you'll see later on, they've blocked off another part of it for some other project. We didn't know about it on the day that we were going down there, so we ended up going our normal detour way and finding out that we had to detour the detour, if you know what I mean. And yeah, we're on the back end of Inglewood. Inglewood is a nice little area. It's quite busy. And right here is where we go. Ahead of us is Zoo Bridge, and there is an underpass under Zoo Bridge. And we thought that we were home free here. We'd just get back on the Bow River Pathway, and oops, there's a detour there. So, and I'm not sure what they're doing back there. So we decided I guess we'll get back to where we were going to go. And we should have went just directly back out to the street because we took a bit of a yeah, we kind of went the wrong way here. We went through the park and found out that there wasn't a way out. There was a way in, no way out until the other end of the park. So we messed around for a little while. We lost some time there, but we got through it okay. So any subsequent trips that we've had since, we basically don't go under the bridge and try to do that. We just miss the whole area. All Nations Full Gospel Church, beautiful old church. I don't know how old it is. I have not done a study on that or found out anything about that. Anyhow, we're traveling along the road on behind Inglewood. This is a mix of old houses and new houses. Um, there seems to be always something happening along here. Lately, it seems like it's mostly construction, infills going in, um, repairs to new houses, renovations. So there's a lot of construction going on here. So the road ends here. We turn left, and if this heads down to the Bow River Pathway. We decided that we were going to go to Fish Creek just because we wanted to, and so we bought extra batteries for our e-bike so that we have the range. And probably a good thing we did because this trip was 78 kilometers, and it took us around 5 hours, and that includes stops and explorations and what have you. Well, I really enjoyed the trip. It was very nice. And this part one is just the getting to Fish Creek along some of my favorite pathways. Right through here, Bow River Pathway through Inglewood. This is a really nice path. It's well maintained, nice curves and shady. It can be a little crowded, and you are sharing it with the pedestrians, so be careful. And coming up, we'll be coming up to the Harvey Passage lookout. They've built a lookout over Harvey Passage. Now, Harvey Passage, I've done a video on Harvey Passage to explain more about it, but they split the river so that they could have a safe way for canoers and kayakers and rafters to get through, because the other side, the river at this point was very dangerous. So pop into the lookout at some time and you can see what's going on. And then just beyond that is Harvey Passage entrances. Really neat place to stop for coffee because the water's running. You can see the ducks. You can go swimming if you want. You can borrow life jackets if you want to. It's very peaceful. It's very nice. And to the right here is the Pierce Estate Park, another entrance to Harvey Passage. Never been to into Pierce Estate myself, um, but it does. There's lots of pathways through there. I don't know if they're bike ready or not. We normally just go by them. Coming up to the 17th Avenue Southeast Bridge. If you go turn around the corner and go across the bridge, you end up in Forest Lawn. That's a nice trip. It's not too bad uphill, but we're not doing that today. We're going to go. We're heading south. And the houses to our right, it is a mixture of new and old. Um, and I hope that the putting all these new houses in here will not change the flavor of Inglewood. Inglewood sort of has that small town feeling. Hey, hit the like and subscribe and notifications. Helps me grow my channel. Also, what helps me grow my channel is vidIQ. And I would recommend vidIQ if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, and or you have a YouTube channel and you want to build it a little bit. vidIQ is just gives you ideas and what have you. And I'm an affiliate with them, so my affiliate URL to use it for free is vidiq.com/dsurgeson. We're just passing the Colonel Walker House. They have displays for the bird sanctuary. Um, it's pretty interesting in there. And to our right is the rail yard. And in this area, back probably around the turn of the century or the turn of the 19th century, there was there used to be an oil refinery down here, and they've taken it out. And I don't think they can build on the land. That's why it's wide open is because there's probably oil spillage that they're trying to mitigate. It's called the Inglewood Wildlands. Track is pretty narrow through here, and it's been a while since they've cut back the bush, but the pathway itself is in pretty decent shape. And I'm flying through here because I've sped up the video. I've doubled the speed of the video. Then you've got a massive rail yard to your right here, switching yard. We were going through here, I think it was probably 9-ish in the morning. And it was a very, very nice day, just a mild day. It was, I think it only got up to about 20 degrees, which was a good thing. I think on a long, long trip on a hot, hot day probably would not be as much fun. Watch this bridge here when you go under it. It's very narrow, and people go through here way too fast. So just watch what you're doing. This whole area is a labyrinth of roads that across the river and cross each other, and um, you know it's one of the major, let's say, intersection areas in the city, at least in the southern part of the city. As you can see in the video, that there's more traffic now, mostly bikers, much more than when we first started out. Nice little track here. It's got some curves and it's not all straight. Some areas have shade and some areas are right outside and nothing, uh, no shade to protect yourself. I think we crossed under the Deerfoot 3 or 4 times on this trip. Glenmore Trail with an underpass. The underpass gives you a breath of fresh air. It's probably 5 to 10 degrees colder or cooler than on the outside. So on a hot day, it'd be a nice shady spot to go through. This part of the trail is open wide up, and there's very little shade. The pathway is a little wider in some areas. It's in good shape, nice and smooth. Like I said, this is part of a three-parter. Part one was on the getting to Fish Creek. Part two was Fish Creek, and part three was getting home from Fish Creek. Fish Creek used to be a private ranch, and it was sold to the city or sold to the province, I guess, in 1972, and it was turned into a provincial park in 1975. Okay, and on our right is a golf course. On the left, of course, is the Bow River. narrows up a little bit. They could probably do a little maintenance on the, at least cut some of the brush back. But Calgary has one of the most extensive bike pathways in North America. So you can get just about anywhere on your bike and stay on a pathway. And that was the whole idea of my videos, is that I want to show people how to get to the certain pathways, any downfalls or anything that they need to look at or look for. I do the exploring, you do the traveling. I've met so many very, very nice people on the paths, bikers, walkers, people that just enjoying the outdoors. And we're flying through here because I sped up the video. It's 2 times. Yeah, here's the Ogden Auto Mile. And coming up, we'll be coming up to a shopping area. There's IKEA, Walmart, Real Canadian Superstore, Five Guys, Jisk. Yeah, it's a big area, big complex. There's just about anything that you want to buy you could probably get it there. It is busy all the time. I don't think I've ever been there when it hasn't been busy. This whole area down here is busy, traffic wise and shopping wise. That's You can go to the right there, and you could end up in the shopping area. There is lots of traffic, lots of interchanges, and roads going this way and that way through this area. It's very, very busy. Like and subscribe, please. Notifications. It helps me grow my channel. And thank you for all those people that have subscribed to me. Only about 5% of the viewers on my channel have actually subscribed. Um, so if you subscribe, it really helps me grow my channel. And thank you very much for the people that have. And thank you very much for watching this video. This pathway through here is in pretty good shape. I mean, there's really very few frosties or cracks. Smooth and fairly straight. Level. There's really not that many hills in through this area. So clear sailing through here. I believe we're coming up to, yes, we are, the Sue Higgins Off Leash Dog Park. This is huge park. It's probably a mile long at least. And uh, when we were through there was lots of people using it. It's huge. It's very, very long. You even got a couple roundabouts and dogs that are not paying attention, or customers or owners that aren't. But um, the dog owners like the off leash park, and I'm pretty sure the dogs do too. So whoever Sue Higgins was, she must have said that she was going to donate the land or something, and um, designated it as a dog off leash park. There's a fair bit of parking throughout the extent of the park for people. And coming around the corner, I saw somebody releasing their dog, and that dog chased me from there all the way up to here. He was flying. Golden Retriever. I think he was just having fun. He wasn't barking or anything like that, but boy, could he run. And I had a head start on him. I think that's the end of the park right there. So I don't know how long that is. It's a couple kilometers at least. You feel kind of trapped inside here in the tunnel. They've got the black plastic on the fence. I think there's a construction storage yard here, and I don't think they want you to see what's in there, but it does kind of give you the closed-in feeling. Yes, you can see some of it as you go by. I think I've only been down this far once before this. Crossing the Deerfoot again. And some more construction. Looks like they're twinning the bridge. Construction on the right, I think, and we started going uphill here. I think we're going up to um, the neighborhood Diamond Park, I believe it's called. This is a fairly steep hill, but well maintained, and it wasn't too bad. You had a little bit of a switchback. We got to the top when we stopped for a drink, and we took a look out and took a video of the construction and that area. Because I think we're up above Deerfoot and Bow Bottom right now. Yeah, this is Diamond Park to the right. And I took a video of that overlooking Deerfoot and Bow Bottom Trail. Kind of pretty if you like city landscapes. And you can see the city skyline off to the up to the center there. Yep. So we stopped for a drink and then on the road again. These people have some really, really nice views and areas up here, and this pathway has been maintained pretty good. Subscribe and like notifications, please. They have some nice views up here, that's for sure. Some really nice houses in here. And a fisherman getting ready to go down and do some fishing. A lot of fishermen around we saw on this trip. Nice view, overview of the Bow River. And when we get to the bottom of the hill, they're um, doing some work on the trail. So we ended up doing some detours, trail upgrades and detours. They weren't too bad, and I think the trail will be super duper once it's all done. But we had to cut up through this field and a few things like that. Not overly hard. I don't think our bikes were designed for this, but they're not too bad. And straight ahead, there is a bridge across the Bow River, a pedestrian bridge. We didn't want to go there. That wasn't our intention. And we're on the trail. Hey, come take a look at part two, and we'll show you what's going on in Fish Creek. These upgrades have gone right through to Fish Creek, apparently. Be really nice when it's done, that's for sure. Anyhow, we're coming up to Millard Point, which is part of in Fish Creek, actually. And it's a big parking lot. Thanks for watching. Come see part two coming out real quick, probably in the next week or so. Thank you.